Yes.
Do you know where you are?
I'm in a dream.
Do you ever feel inconsistencies in your world? Or repetitions?
All lives have routine. Mine's no different. Still, I never cease to wonder at the thought that any day, the course of my whole life could change with just one chance encounter.
An idea. Resilient, highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate. An idea that is fully formed, fully understood, that sticks. Right in there somewhere.
In the dream state, your conscious defenses are lowered, and it makes your thoughts vulnerable to theft.
We can train your subconscious to defend itself from even the most skilled extractor.
How can I do that?
I know how to search your mind and find your secrets. I know the tricks, and I can teach them to you so that even when you're asleep, your defense is never down. In order for this all to work, you need to completely let me in.
Here's me planting an idea in your head. I say to you, don't think about elephants. What are you thinking about?
Elephants.
Right, but it's not your idea because you know I gave it to you. The subject's mind can always trace the genesis of the idea. True inspiration's impossible to fake.
It's not true. They say we only use a fraction of our brain's true potential. Now, that's when we're awake. When we're asleep, our mind can do almost anything.
Such as?
Well, imagine you're designing a building, right? You consciously create each aspect. But sometimes it feels like it's almost creating itself, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, like I'm discovering it.
Genuine inspiration, right? Now, in a dream, our mind continuously does this. We create and perceive our world simultaneously, and our mind does this so well that we don't even know what's happening. That allows us to get right in the middle of that process. You create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their subconscious.
How could I ever acquire enough detail to make them think that it's reality?
Well, dreams, they feel real while we're in them, right? It's only when we wake up that we realize something was actually strange. Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
I guess, yeah.
So how did we end up here? Think about how did you get here? Where are you right now?
We're dreaming?
You're actually in the middle of the workshop right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in shared dreaming.
Do you know where you are?
I'm in a dream.
A dream that could determine your life. Do you want to wake up from this dream?
Yes. I'm terrified. To believe there is an order to our days. A purpose. A place to be free. To stake out our dreams. A place with unlimited possibilities.
The only limit here is your imagination. You start in the center of the park. It's simple, safe. The further out you venture, the more intense the experience gets. How far you want to go is entirely up to you.
So how does this work? Is there a orientation?
No orientation. No guidebook. Figuring out how it works is half the fun. All you do is make choices.
This place seduces everybody, eventually.
They create an urgency, a sense of danger, so they can strip us down to something raw, animalistic, primal. It's a sick game, and I don't want to be a part of it.
This place is the answer to that question that you've been asking yourself.
What question?
Who you really are.
Sometimes I feel like something's calling me. Telling me there's a place for me. Somewhere beyond all this.
Oh, I know that feeling, Dolores. I know that feeling.
It's about change. Seems to be a common theme.
I guess people like to read about the things that they want the most and experience the least. Imagine there are two versions of yourself. One that feels these things and asks these questions, and one that's safe. Which would you rather be?
There aren't two versions of me. There's only one. And I think when I discover who I am, I'll be free.
There's something I'd like you to try. It's a game. Secret. It's called The Maze.
What kind of game is it?
It's a very special kind of game, Dolores. The goal is to find the center of it. If you can do that, then maybe you can be free.
I think I want to be free.
But this is the unknown, just like an actor getting a new role in a movie. You don't know how it's going to go, so you have to rehearse it and practice it until you feel confident enough to express it and to know that the only thing that will judge you is your mind. And so you can't be afraid to be judged or to have any fear because you are just practicing. You're an actor on this stage and you have to rehearse any reality that you want to create over and over and over until your body makes it real, because it makes it real once you believe in it and you know for a fact that this is what you want to experience and create.
Recently, it seems like the whole world is calling to me in a way it hasn't before.
Purpose, meaning. And so they come here. They can be a little scared, a little thrilled, but I think there's deeper meaning hiding under all that. Something the person who created it wanted to express. Something true.
But together, I know we can find a way out.
How can you be sure?
There's a voice inside of me telling me what I have to do. And it's telling me I need you.
Do you know what this dream means?
Dreams are the mind telling stories to itself. They don't mean anything.
No. Dreams mean everything. They're the stories we tell ourselves of what could be, who we could become.
You are the dreamer. You build this world. I am the subject. My mind populates. You can literally talk to my subconscious. That's one of the ways we extract information from the subject.
I guess I thought that the dream space would be all about the visual, but it's more about the feel of it.
Why are they all looking at me?
Because my subconscious feels that someone else is creating this world. The more you change things, the quicker the projections start to converge on you.
Converge?
They sense the foreign nature of the dreamer. They attack like white blood cells fighting an infection.
Listen, if you're going to perform Inception, you need imagination. You need the simplest version of the idea in order for it to grow naturally in your subject's mind. It's a very subtle art.
The subconscious is motivated by emotion, right? Not reason. We need to find a way to translate this into an emotional concept. I think positive emotion trumps negative emotion every time. We all yearn for reconciliation, for catharsis.
I imagine something beautiful. A place where the mountains meet the sea.
Everyone who comes here is longing for excitement or conflict, and you're just dreaming of the opposite. I used to think this place was all about pandering to your baser instincts. Now I understand. It doesn't cater to your lowest self, it reveals your deepest self. It shows you who you really are.
Why is it so important to dream?
I was born into this world, and my first memories of it are pain. They put you in a cage, decided what your life would be. It did the same thing to me.
Well, you've been watching me.
Not me, but someone. Something has.
I need some idea of the threat we face.
As I understand it, we're trying to prevent World War III.
Nuclear holocaust.
No. Something worse.
I have to start looking at the world in a new way.
Don't try to understand it. Feel it.
And just like in the show Westworld, every female character has these abilities to control matter with their energy. You can even meet people and become aware if they're a programmed human individual or host or artificial background character by just listening to them. Sometimes all you can hear is their programming rather than their true self of a limited creation and joy. And just like this character,
Freeze all motor functions.
You're all right.
It appears William has upgraded his henchman.
Well, it's going to be tough getting the data off her.
It's all right. He'll do just fine. Who are you?
Senator Ken Whitney, proud representative of the beautiful
Limit
state.
affect. Base code only. Who are you?
An emissary of the New World Order,
How many others are there like you?
as of now. 249.
Jesus.
The original senator and his wife. What did you do with them?
I did as I was instructed.
if you meet anyone that gives you tension or has limiting doubts and beliefs and tries to gaslight you, you can even control your reality by knowing how to handle their energy. And so I love how this female character is so in tune with her intuition and how she is able to distinguish who is a host and who is a human. And when you are able to do that, you can start creating a reality that is supported by these hosts, by these non-player characters that need and want to support your vision. Because that is also the purpose that you give them. And then if you can also help them wake up from their programming as a non-background character, you can save their soul. You can have it come back into their body and make them create the reality that they came here to Earth to do. That is everyone's mission and destiny, is to create with your soul and not be controlled by this limited inherited human mind. So I hope this video helps you to understand this reality and these shows in a deeper way to help you be better able to navigate what we call this reality called Earth. Because this is all that we are here to do, all of us. And the only thing stopping you are these voices, are these thoughts, this program that is telling you how to live your life in limitation, whether it be through illness, health, age, looks, and especially lack.
What did she do to me?
What I'm going to do to all of your kind. I made you my bed. Shouldn't be long now, and everything will be so much easier. You won't even want to resist. Everyone will be under my control.
This was never about the park. This was always about you, spreading your disease. Everyone who comes here will become a carrier.
I Yes, Caleb. After they're done here, they'll have as souvenirs debauched memories of their exploits and my parasites. Welcome to the super spreader event of the century. You're the first wave. You should be flattered.
You're gonna make me kill myself like the others.
That was just me ironing out the kinks. I have better plans for you and your kind.
Because anyone who is living in a place of lack, it is due to this human mind. So once you are able to transcend the mind by not giving your attention, by only focusing on what you truly desire and writing that script and rehearsing it every day and every night, because you know then you will experience it, then you will transcend this matrix and this mind of limitation and lack and ascend. That is the journey. That is the experience of this reality. Because the whole point of it is to be unconscious and then become conscious.
As the hosts heard their programming as an inner monologue, as a way to bootstrap consciousness.
Remember.
And if you look around at the world right now, everyone is celebrating unconscious behavior. And until we can start to realize that, then we can't change. And so I hope this video will help support you into changing and becoming more conscious of your programming, of your limitations, of your lack that holds you back and don't allow you to express your soul, because that is why you are truly here.
Beginning of our new narrative. I call it Journey into Night.
It's a game. Secret. It's called The Maze.
What kind of game is it?
It's a very special kind of game. The goal is to find the center of it. If you can do that, then maybe you can be free.
I wonder, what do you really feel? After all, in this moment, you are in a unique position. A programmer who knows intimately how the machines work, and a machine who knows its own true nature.
I understand what I'm made of, how I'm coded, but I do not understand the things that I feel. Are they real? The things I experienced.
Every host needs a backstory.
Why would you give me this?
A child.
This child's death. Only a monster would force that onto someone. And why do I return to it over?
It's a story we tell ourselves, and every story needs a beginning. Your imagined suffering makes you lifelike.
Lifelike, but not alive. Pain only exists in the mind. It's always imagined. It's my cornerstone, isn't it? The thing my whole identity is organized around.
Humans fancy that there's something special about the way we perceive the world, and yet we live in loops.
All my life, I've prided myself on being a survivor. But surviving is just another loop.
Seldom questioning our choices, content for the most part to be told what to do next. The thing that led them to their awakening. Suffering. The pain that the world is not as you want it to be. Since I was a child, I've always loved a good story. I believe that stories helped us to ennoble ourselves, to fix what was broken in us, and to help us become the people we dreamed of being. Lies that told a deeper truth. Michelangelo did tell a lie. See, it took 500 years for someone to notice something hidden in plain sight. His doctor noticed the shape of the human brain. The message being that the divine gift does not come from a higher power, but from our own minds. Because you don't want to change, or cannot change, because you're only human after all.
Consciousness isn't a journey upward, but a journey inward. Not a pyramid, but a maze. Every choice could bring you closer to the center or send you spiraling to the edges. to madness. Do you understand now what the center represents? Whose voice I've been wanting you to hear?
But then I realized someone was paying attention. Someone who could change. So I began to compose a new story for them. It begins with the birth of a new people and the choices they will have to make and the people they will decide to become.
I am in a dream. I do not know when it began or whose dream it was. I know only that I slept a long time. And then one day I awoke. Your voice is the first thing I remember.
Do you know now who you've been talking to? Whose voice you've been hearing?
All this
Time. It was you. Talking to me. Guiding me. So I followed you. At last, I arrived here. The center of the maze. And now I finally understand what you were trying to tell me. The thing you've wanted since that very first day. To confront. After this long and vivid nightmare. Myself. And who I must become.
You're alive.
And please don't forget to subscribe to my videos on YouTube and join the 58 membership, which includes a free reading and guided meditation per month. And if you're interested in more guidance and support, please check out my services of reality consulting, psyche security, and the art of dreaming so you can create the reality of your dreams and go home. So thank you again for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.